I was asked for my thoughts on why tens of millions will vote for Trump again in 2024. He is leading in the polls against Biden and unquestionably has a decent chance to be elected for another 4 year term in November. Since I am a logical and analytical person who relies on facts rather than reality creations, I see Trump clearly for what he is: a malignant narcissist and demagogic authoritarian, and in my opinion, the greatest enemy of America's democracy since the nation's founding. Any rational person who looked at his behavior and comments over the past 8 years or so would come to the same conclusion, in my opinion. There are several reasons why otherwise rational persons, at least in non political aspects of their life, have come to the wrong conclusion about Trump. The first is that the Republican Party and Trump have successfully turned people away from reliable sources of accurate information. They want their reality creations and false narratives to be accepted as true, and that is necessary for them to turn people away from accurate information. Trump sums up that approach by using the phrase, quote, fake news, end quote, or referring to the free media, a necessary component in a well functioning democracy, as enemies of the people, a phrase that he has used many times, and which has origins in Nazi Germany. And the enemies of the people are only those media organizations that rebut his false or misleading statements with accurate information. So, a very large segment of the voting population now avoid any contact with accurate information or dismisses that information as fake news and accepts whatever Trump says as true. A poll during Trump's presidency found that 81% of Republicans viewed him as honest. How is that even possible? Is the question that you need to ask yourself, and it will go a long way to explaining Trump's power. Then there are those who are willfully ignorant and are consequently easily manipulated with false statements and narratives. Some Trump voters have come to a realization that he is, quote, a terrible human being, a phrase used by his former chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, that was caught on tape, and even recognize that he has mental issues. But their opposition to abortions, concerns about the immigration problem, and or other issues leads them to vote for Trump, even though they would have preferred another Republican candidate who would have taken the same positions on those issues that mattered to them. I would not make a generalization applicable to all Trump voters. I mean, obviously, I don't know them all, uh, but I have reached certain conclusions about some of them at least. The most widespread common denominator, in my opinion, is that Trump is a messianic cult leader who has created a virtually inseparable emotional bond with his followers that cannot be understood using facts, reason, or any objective standard. They have become, in essence, one with Trump, which he reinforces with lines like, and all of these lines should be in quotes, I am your voice, I am your warrior, I am the chosen one, I am your retribution, I am being indicted for you. The same kind of demagoguery and cultism that Trump displays constantly can be seen in several historical authoritarian regimes. Hitler and Stalin come to mind. But Trumpism may be the first historical example of a messianic cult leader coming to power in a society with a strong democratic tradition and widespread availability of accurate information that rebuts his false statements and narratives.